In a development viewed as a turning point in Turkey's modern history, the terrorist group PKK has officially declared its dissolution, bringing an end to a terror campaign that spanned over 4 decades. The announcement was made on Monday through a media outlet affiliated with the group and comes shortly after the PKK held an extraordinary congress in response to a call from its imprisoned ringleader. This move marks a critical milestone in the Terror-Free Türkiye initiative, an ambitious national effort led by the Nationalist Movement Party, a key partner in the government. The initiative, launched last year, has sought to promote peace, unity, and security across all regions of the country through inclusive dialogue and resolute counter-terrorism policy. The PKK's statement comes after its ringleaders convened for a rare congress held secretly in northern Iraq, where it was reported that the remaining leadership voted to dissolve the organization in line with the ringleader's earlier call. In February, PKK's jailed ringleader issued a message urging the group to end its terror campaign and embrace peace. That message was later read aloud by a delegation of lawmakers during a press event in Istanbul, setting the stage for what would become the group's final internal summit. The PKK, which is listed as a terrorist organization by Turkey, the United States, and the European Union, has been responsible for more than 40,000 deaths, including thousands of civilians and security personnel. Its campaign of violence, which began in the early 1980s, caused immense suffering particularly in southeastern Turkey but also failed to achieve its political aims. The decision to disband has been widely welcomed across Turkey as a reflection of the nation's growing strength, unity, and determination to move beyond the shadow of terrorism. Senior officials have emphasized that while the dissolution of the PKK marks a symbolic and strategic victory, efforts to ensure long-term peace will continue through the implementation of inclusive policies, investment in regional development, and active dialogue with local communities. Security analysts suggest that the group's dissolution may also ease tensions across the region and reinforce Turkey's standing as a stabilizing power. By eliminating one of the most entrenched sources of instability, the country is now positioned to focus more deeply on social progress, economic growth, and cultural renewal in historically affected areas. As Turkey moves forward, the dissolution of the PKK is likely to be remembered as a historic success of the country's steadfast will to preserve the rule of law, uphold public safety, and ensure that every citizen can live in dignity and security.
Yes, the local citizens, for a long time, they're expecting this process and they're stating that they are supporting this process, specifically to the President Erdogan and to Türkiye. They are sharing that they are very thankful, and in the previous days we came here, and when we came here, we first talked to the citizens. We asked, how are you evaluating this process, because they also had to deal with PKK as well. They suffered a lot, as you remember, in 1991, after the PKK went to Bekaa Valley, in Kandil, Basyan, Metina, Avashin, just like these locations, they were located, and approximately 100 of the villages were captured by PKK, and so that the citizens that are living in these villages, they were suffering from the PKK. And after this process started, the people are sharing their thoughts that they are happy. And yesterday, we were in the streets of Erbil, and today we are here. We are handing the citizens to the microphone. Their only target is that they want peace, they want prosperity, and they want PKK to dissolve themselves and to lay down their weapons. They only want this, and this happened now. And this is the last 45 and 50 years, it is one of the most important developments. It is in the records, and with the leadership of the President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, the process of Turkey without terror, and it is very close of the completion of this process in 1948, as we are remembering in the region from the Abdullah Öcalan that are established. We are talking about this organization, and in Siirt Eror they made their first action, and unfortunately from that process to this day, thousands of our citizens, our police, our security guards and military have lost their lives. Unfortunately, they have been martyred. But this process have ended, and the PKK, with their statement, they announced their dissolving in different parts, and with the delegate participations, this Congress have been completed, and they stated, and with the claims in Süleymaniye, a Congress, as we are stating KCK with the civil organization, the city organization as PKK, and the people that are contributed, it is a Congress, and the other one is in the region of Kandil, and approximately under a place, it's a Congress, and in this region they completed a Congress as well, and parallel Congress have been completed, probably with the video conference and teleconference. They used these aspects and they shared their thoughts, and as a conclusion, the PKK dissolved themselves and they laid their weapons. And to my Cameroon friend Mohammed, we will continue to develop the last words from the city of Erbil. We are seeing historical moments, specifically in these places that we are in. We are visiting Diyarbakir, we are talking with the citizens, and they are also following this process very closely, and specifically they are asking to us when the PKK would announce their process of dissolving. They are asking this question, and they are wanting the announcement of dissolving from PKK, and this development happened today. The terror organization PKK have announced its dissolution decision, and we have to state this, that the goal, the target is Türkiye without terror, and the Diyarbakir is a great and sacred city, and also the local citizens, they suffered from the PKK organization as well, and they are joyful in the path of Türkiye without terror. And with my Cameroon friend, we are in the streets of Diyarbakir, and this is one of the busiest spots of Diyarbakir, and a lot of foreign tourists are here as well. As I stated, this news, it was greeted with joy and with excitement. As you know, this process has started from the call of the MHP chairman, and after the process, the DEM party made an announcement. They are gathering the Congress, and in a short time they will make a statement, make an announcement. The DEM party said this. We were expecting this announcement yesterday, but today it happened. It was announced half an hour ago, and in this process that we are coming, the terror organization announced that they dissolved themselves. And in this spot we have to state this, that the citizens, there are questions that are asking to us, specifically the terror organization and the PKK, about dissolving themselves and laying down their weapons. Will they put a real attitude towards, and also where and when will the weapons be collected? It will complete it until June. All of the organizations of our state, they are working in a meticulous and since this, they are working. I am saying this for the awareness of the work, specifically when we talk with the citizens, when we talk about the damages of the terrorists, they are even talking about the economical relations of it, and we are seeing an awareness in this. It is a high awareness with the local citizens, and they are joyful, the dissolvent of the PKK, and we are continuing to deliver the news.